Hi, how you guys doing? We're coming up to the seventh month, and I want to talk a little bit about what to do during the 7 months. So, one of the things that is traditionally open up in the seventh month, of course, is the gates of hell and the Ghost Festival. So, the Ghost Festival traditionally is actually celebrated on the 15th, but there is a whole month of rituals and celebrations to deal with it because the gates of hells are open for the whole month itself. And in contrast to the tradition of Qing Ming, which is really about sweeping your ancestors' tombs, Qing Ming is really about you being able to venerate, worship, honor your ancestors for all that they've done to contribute to you as an existence today. And this involves cleaning the tombs, making offerings, and basically anybody who's your, so to speak, upline is given an opportunity to be treated like a king or a god for the day. So, in the seventh month, the difference being that there are many other relatives or people in your bloodline who have been forgotten and who have somehow not made their way into a good position in their reincarnation or to go to a good resting place. So, for those people who are stuck in a realm of suffering called the Pretas realm, from the Buddhistic term, which is essentially the hungry ghosts, they are created because of their avarice or their greed and their desire. And as a result, they are being punished, karmically, by not being able to eat anything. Hence, they become hungry ghosts, or rather, it is a world where the resources are very scarce. So, what happens in the seventh month is that since they are freed and they are given the opportunity to travel, then they have a chance to come out and um, replenish their resources, so to speak, and stop their suffering for a month, like they get a break, kind of thing. So this is also the perfect time to make an offering of karmic incense to the people in your bloodline, in your ancestral line, as well as the tradition of compassionately offering these um, energies to spirits who have no one to take care of them. So there are two purposes for burning karmic incense during the 7 month. So karmic incense essentially is a formulation that I made when I was trying to figure out what really works between here and the next world. So part of it is really about getting feedback from friendly entities that certain things work better than others and some things work less. And so I began to deviate away from the things which were not so useful and go towards the things which were more useful. And that's how I ended up with the formulation for karmic dead incense. So, of course, it takes a ritual to actually create the incense, and it takes energy to create that stuff and make it work for the purposes of what it does. So, fundamentally, when you burn karmic incense for the 7 month, we are talking about allowing the ancestors that you have and the people who have been lost, long lost relatives in your family line, and giving them an opportunity to acquire energy that allows them to resolve their suffering for a while. And I spoke a little bit at length about how that works mechanically speaking, but essentially is that you give them enough energy to feed them such that they don't have to worry about being fed for a while. And so they are no longer suffering, and when they're no longer suffering, they can do something better or do something that allows them to get out of their situation. So that's very mechanistic in its nature in that sense. And similarly for the wandering ghosts, who are the hungry ghosts with no people who take care of them, then these are the same things. You give them an opportunity to be taken care of um, from their sufferings so that you can help them get to a better place. Burning the karmic incense for them, as well as the rituals which are given traditionally, it is about giving them something so that it's like giving alms so that they move on and they get to do their thing. But essentially, for the personal framework, it is also about okay, here's some stuff, now go away. It's similar to the Halloween, where the trick-or-treaters come to a door and they ask for candies and stuff, and you give it to them, and they go away from there. So it's really traditional to move those spirits away, those ghosts away, so that they do not um, disturb you or perturb you. So essentially, that's the burning of karmic incense for the 7th month.